Welcome to the Emotionally Baked podcast, where emotions and baking are the two most perfect ingredients. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Emotionally Baked podcast, where we talk about our feelings and what we're going through, all while baking something yummy. So, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Today, I am making a podcast on a whim because I have not been feeling well, hence the title, Sick and Saltine Cracker Toffee. So I am doing this because I have been sick for the last couple of days and I just haven't felt like making anything, baking at all, and that's so unlike me. Even if I am like under the weather or if I'm just not feeling good, usually baking is what helps me to feel better emotionally. And I must have had some type of tummy bug or something, and I have literally been sick and I couldn't do anything. So we're gonna talk about that and make this recipe because I have been living on saltine crackers. I've been living on them for the last 3 days. So you know how I'm feeling if you know this journey of the saltine. So I'm only going to be having tea right now. It's actually a little too warm. I'll wait for a second. So I'm only going to make a little bit of this because I usually don't have saltine crackers in my house unless someone is sick. I just don't have them around. And so I thought, I've seen this recipe go around quite a bit. I've seen it before. I'm using the one it's called Recipes by Tuba.com, but I've seen this recipe all over the place. So find your favorite one, and we're going to do this one, but we're not going to do the whole full. I'm kind of halving it. So I have a smaller pan that I'm going to line with the saltines, this yummy salty cracker. So being sick is never fun. I honestly don't know what happened, how I got sick. My stomach just was angry with me, and so I've just been sitting in bed or reading, sitting in bed reading while dealing with this tummy bug. So yeah, and I never, even like if my kids are sick or if I'm sick, it's never fun, especially when like you're the one who like takes care of things or certain things, and then now you have to be taken care of. That's hard. I have a hard time letting people take care of me. Anybody the same? Yeah. So I'm going to finish lining this and we're going to get to the next part. Okay, so we have all of the crackers lined. I'm going to start on the caramel top. So I'm going to put a stick of butter in this pan, and so always find ways. This is a lesson in that I didn't plan. This was a spur of the moment, and I ran out of brown sugar, and so I made my own. And you say, what? So I made my own brown sugar. If you look on the back of a brown sugar bag, it is literally white sugar and molasses. That's all brown sugar is. So that's all I did. I took white sugar and some molasses. Now I did have molasses. So I put that, and I'm going to see, you can, if something goes wrong in a recipe or you don't have something, I always look up substitutions, or I always look up ways to create if I need to. I know, it's weird. Anyways, so I'm going to put this on to my stovetop, and I'm going to start cooking it until it boils. When it starts boiling, I'm going to let it boil unstirring for, it said, like 3 minutes. So that's the key. So before I do that, I'm just going to like chop up my butter just a little bit so it's easier to melt. And because, again, we're doing another late night filming, I'm tired. And I want to be as efficient as possible. So, anyways, I'll get this here on the stove and turn it on. I know it's probably dangerous of me to do that from sitting over here, but I will watch it as I'm talking. But yeah, being sick and being the one usually taking care of others, it's really hard to receive help when you're sick. Well, when I was sick these past couple of days, I literally could not, like, if I wasn't close to, that's my oven. We are using an oven. After this boils down and makes the caramel and we put it on the crackers, we're going to put that in the oven for 5 minutes and then sprinkle it with chocolate chips. So we still need the oven. Okay. So where was I? It's hard to take care of ourselves when we're the ones to always give care. And actually, speaking of, my little is not feeling good at the moment. Literally, he's just been walking through here and needing to get crackers himself and needing to get medicine himself and not feeling great himself. So, yeah, it's a never-ending thing. We're always taking care. So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna watch this. It is slowly melting. If you don't watch caramel making very carefully, you could burn it very easily. You just gotta keep stirring, and you don't want the heat too high. You want it to be a little bit lower so that you don't over, process all the sugars and stuff, and then it gets just like a mess. So I'm gonna pause and stir this, see where we're at, and yeah. Okay, as we can see, our caramel is boiling, and I'm just gonna let it do that for 3 minutes, and yeah, we're just gonna let it do its thing, not touch it, just let it do its thing, and then I'm gonna take it off, and then we're gonna pour it on top of our saltines. Okay, it's been 3 minutes, so I'm gonna take this off, and it is very bubbly, very caramely. So I'm just gonna stir to calm it down just a little bit, and it's gonna go over top of these saltines. Now, the recipe says, I just wanna be careful because it's really hot. The recipe says to smooth it out over all the saltine crackers, and we're gonna stick it in the oven. Oh my gosh, it didn't cover. I don't know if it just went underneath. I don't know if it just went underneath the crackers. It's not really sitting on top of the crackers. It's kind of went underneath the crackers. Was it supposed to do that? Because the saltines have holes in them. I'm kind of confused. Okay, I guess. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be what it is. I thought I would. Well, duh, because the saltines have holes in it, so it's going to go through. I don't know. Maybe it'll be okay. All right. So, I'm going to put this in the oven for 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, we're supposed to sprinkle it with, I'm not sure. I have to look. Hold on. Okay, yes, they go in the oven for 5 minutes, and then I will put the chocolate chips on top. So we're gonna do that right now. I think that's so funny. I think we all have our degrees of milking our not feeling wells. I know my kids do. All my kids do. Like if they're hurting, or whether it's like an illness like the flu or a cold or whatever, or if they've actually hurt themselves, like they need, something. Like my daughter, I think she broke her toe this past week. She stumbled on the stairs and hit her toe really hard, and I think she broke it. Oof. And seeing how like she would deal with that versus like other people. I think everybody deals with their being sick differently. I don't think there's like a like we shouldn't label everybody, like some people milk it worse than others. That would be my child. He might be feeling better. Those are sounds of feeling better. At one time he was not feeling it at all, and he couldn't handle it. He needed to stay up, is what he said. I think I need to stay up so that I'll feel better. Will. The little laughter is telling me that maybe he feels better. I know. So, but yeah. I'm just glad that we have, like I had somebody, my husband, my mom is actually here. So I had my mom helping me while I was sick, and my husband helping me, and my kids they peek into my room every now and then, and they'd be like, oh, you're still in bed. Oh, so it's nice to have people worrying about you when you're sick. And yeah, and to help make you feel better, whatever way they can. And I wish I could say I was milking something the last couple days, but this is the kind of sick I would not wish on anybody. I don't think anybody wants to be in a bathroom 24/7 for 2 days. I don't think anybody wants to do that. It's just not fun. And it's probably TMI, but All right, so the saltines have now been in the oven for almost 5 minutes. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to sprinkle my chocolate chips on top. It says to let it, sprinkle them and let them sit there, and they're going to melt. They're going to get melty, and then I'm going to take a spatula and spread it. It says I can sprinkle it with nuts if I want to. I'm debating because my family all don't. Not everybody likes them, so debating. We'll see. So yeah, and then hopefully we'll have like a yummy little snack and dessert and a treat. Okay, the crackers shifted around a lot. So I don't know if I'm supposed to just shift them back, but I'm going to, so it looks all nice and neat. I don't know, they just kind of floated around, but they did all get covered, so that's good. Oh, by the way, did I say that the pan has tinfoil and cooking spray on it? And I know that's probably because this is very sticky. So I'm just going to sprinkle this all over. I have dark chocolate chips. I do not like milk chocolate. I just don't know why. I don't like it. It's not my thing. Yeah. So we're going to spread these all over. I'm hoping that the heat, and this is going to make them melty here in a minute. I'm going to sit here and melt it up. So this is probably not what you should eat while you're trying to recover from a tummy thing. But hey, I'm just adding more chocolate. But it just sounded so good. I wanted to try it, so I shouldn't probably sneak those either. And you can tell when chocolate chips are starting to melt because they have they get from mine were in the fridge. Actually, it's probably gonna take mine a little longer because mine were in the fridge. I keep my chocolate chips in the fridge just because I'm worried. I don't want them, what is the word? I don't know. I just don't like them soft because I like to snack on the chocolate chips. So when they're in the refrigerator and they're just like a little, I like it better. But they start to get kind of like this opaque look to them when they're melting. And now I'm getting, I think the heat from the pan is getting all over, is making, look at that. It's melting on me. I have used up all my chocolate chips. That was a big bag from Costco that I oopsied open the bag, and so I had to stick in this bag. So, all right, we're gonna wait for these to melt. We're gonna spread this around, and I think we just wait for it to harden up, and then we just cut it into pieces. It should be yummy. Okay. This is actually spreading kind of well. Oh, I love it. Okay, friends, that's it. I'm gonna use my sweater because it's still a little warm, and it's all smoothed out. It worked out really well, and yeah, and I'm just gonna wait till it's cool until I can like cut it into the little squares, and then yeah, that'll be so. I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I always say when the ingredients are tasty, it should be tasty. I mean, if they all match together, do you know what I mean? Like if you're using baking ingredients they should be pretty good. But like, obviously, like we don't want to put pepper into like this. I mean, well, I don't know. Some people might put like a spice on top. I don't know. Anyway, okay. I'm not gonna put nuts on top. I figured I wouldn't, just because most everybody doesn't like them. Only me and my husband do. Okay. All right, friends. Whether there is salt in your recipe, I'm gonna mess it up today, aren't I? Anyways, whether the salt in your recipe comes from tears or a teaspoon, just remember we baked it out. All right, friends. I hope you enjoy this. I hope my tummy is okay with this. We shall see. Anyways, take care of yourself. And if you're sick, if you have been sick, you understand the feeling. Yeah, take care of yourself. And I hope you have somebody who's there to help take care of you too. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.